Welcome back to the program. The discussions continue even offline, but let's see what you are saying on social media. 2242 is the SMS line. Hashtag is NewsNight. Let's put up the first tweet. Seth Owala says, please ask Mbadi his stand on the 6-piece voting pattern. We've had leaders on ODM ticket who are weaker, yet the same leaders have been given the ODM ticket once more. Okay, Owala, we'll see if Mbadi can give us a response to that. Duncan Ondie, kindly ask them, what is the main reason why their leaders must talk about others? They abuse their fellow leaders. Is this the best way of hunting for votes? All right, Engineer Lazaro Kanyambok, you say IEBC's public or PRO should take charge of any information touching the electoral process and the voter register in order to avoid alarming speculation from politicians and their bloggers. Samuel Orutwa, can Josphat Nanok and Mbadi tell us whether the problem is the register or the people handling the register, IEBC commissioners? What is needed to change the narrative to achieve credible elections for all in August? That's from Samuel. Okay. Bonisa, ask them what will happen to us who will vote for the rest of the posts except the presidency. Will not cast the ballot, just spoil it or what? Okay, Bonnie, I'm not sure your motivation. Okay. Edwin Yakweba, you say, whether manual or electronic, for me, it really doesn't matter. Complex technologies have been hacked worldwide. Manual register can always be interfered with easily by collusion. The magic bullet is the integrity of the electoral staff. Chester Nanchika, you say Kenyans are generally a peaceful and calmful lot. No problem when it comes to voting. Problem sets in during tallying and collation of results at the main tallying center. Everyone play his or her part diligently, voters, politicians, and the IEBC. Chester Nanchika. Jared Makori, you say politicians should leave IEBC to do its work. Any of the political divides who will feel that they have lost unfairly can seek justice in the courts. Kenyans, let's wake up from slumber. None of these guys have your interests unless you have been promised some positions. And on 2242 SMS line, someone here complaining about the voter register. You say you registered at NSSF grounds, but you've not been told to vote in KICC. When we check the IEBC records, we seem not to be registered. Well, we hope to be hosting IEBC commissioners here very soon, and hopefully we can get some of your questions answered. Someone says here, how will they deal with voter issues on fingerprints, which is the primary identification? The Constitution gives a right for everyone to vote. Mwangi Gishuki, engineer. Well, we certainly hope to have IEBC representation here very soon. If not on this show, one of our other shows, to answer some of the questions that some of you are asking tonight. Gentlemen, even as you pick which of those you want to respond to, I do want to get your reaction to a new poll that came out today. TIFA telling us 50% Raila, 25% Ruto, 7% Wajakoya. Let me start with you, Governor Nanok. Opinion polls, are you conducting your own internally? What are they telling you? Do they tally with these other ones?
I think, to be honest, opinion polls, the very recent opinion polls, you can see there have been a trend of numbers increasing all of a sudden. So the opinion polls remains opinion polls. They are not actually...
so they're a problem now when they don't favor your candidate?
No, that's not the issue. That's not the issue. I think if you look at the sample numbers, they are too small to determine where the vote is going to go. Because when you are voting about 2,400, and you narrowed it down to a county like Turkana, you find they may have talked only to 2, 3 people or 5 people. A county with 240,000 voters, it is difficult to talk to 5 people and say, or 10 people and say, that is the voice of what the people of Turkana are saying. So essentially, there are already problems in that analysis. And so we cannot take the polls as the actual opinion as it is, and any poll. So, of course, we keep checking where we are to be able to improve our campaign and to be able to know where we will need to campaign at, to be able to know where our candidates should help strengthen them. But it is not something to share out because, polls have one problem. For instance, in 2017, there were so many polls that were indicating NASA was leading. And then immediately when the election was done, it was a different story. We've seen it in the United States of America, where polls were saying a different thing, but the true reality came out. So I think these polls are just there, but it is not to say that this is the decisions of Kenyans, because 22 million Kenyans are going to vote. those polls are only based on about 2,000 people, 3,000 people. It doesn't really tell you the true story when you take it down.
And so what are your internal polls showing you, if anything?
We are doing well. We are doing well, better than our colleagues. And
22 million votes now on the
8% digit ahead of them. 8% digit ahead of them. I will not tell you the real figure because we are using those ones for our own planning purposes. Because if we go and release them out, then we will be lying to the public that this is a true story. So ours is for planning purposes, and we believe that a majority of our strongholds are going to raise over 80% turnout. I don't know where the figure Mbadi is getting from, but our turnout is going to be over 80%, and we believe that we've won this one.
John Mbadi.
First, Governor Nanok said that the fight against corruption is individualized. It is not. I think it is individuals who steal, not institutions. So you must target individuals. But let me come back to the question of the polls, the pollsters, and who is likely to win. First, I agree that there could be problems with pollsters in this country. Some of them are partisan, some are made to favor certain specific candidates. I think you are referring to the Nairobi opinion poll.
The most recent one.
50-25. If you ask me, we know we are way ahead in Nairobi. So we will defeat them with not less than 20% in Nairobi. So that is likely to be accurate. And I will tell you, Wahiga, there is no way that William Ruto is going to win this election. We have done our simulations. If the average voting in this country has always been between 72% to 76%, if that is maintained in this coming election, I will tell you the minimum we can defeat them with is 1.5 million. And I will tell you how. If you take the 6 counties of Bomet, Kericho, Baringo, Elgeyo Marakwet, Nandi, and Uasin Gishu, it has 2.2 million votes. That can easily be compensated by Siaya, Kisumu, Homa Bay, and Migori at 2.1 million votes. Because the voting pattern in those regions will favor William Ruto, definitely. Even if you take Eldoret, which is cosmopolitan, still he will win. But again, Raila will win this other side. The rest of the counties in Rift Valley, that is Turkana, Samburu, West Pokot, Narok, and Kajiado, are 50-50. They are cancelling out, generally. One can win here, another can lose here. William Ruto may, as at now, and is losing the ground rapidly in Mount Kenya region, the 9 counties. And my friend here will tell you that is our internal. There is nothing internal about these things. They are there. You can't change them. Even if you go campaign there 1,000 times, things will not change. We have seen the pattern. And the 9 counties of Mount Kenya region cannot give Ruto above us more than 1.4 million as at now. And that can easily be compensated by the lower eastern, the 3 counties in the lower eastern, which has 1.7 million votes, and we are likely to defeat them there with close to 900,000. And then the coast region will win with over 500,000. That is already compensated. Now, there is no other stronghold for Ruto. You come to northern Kenya, which has 5 counties, the northeastern 3 and the Isiolo and Marsabit. That has the total of those 5 is 870,000 votes. We are going to win that region with about 200,000. You come to Kisii and Nyamira.
Okay.
We will
Briefly,
win.
so that I give him a response.
Let me just,
he'll need to respond.
He doesn't have these figures. Let me just give him for the benefit of his team to know they have lost this election. In the Kisii region, we will win, again with close to 300,000. You come to Nairobi. We are going to win Nairobi with 700,000 votes. And we are going to win Western with close to 500,000 votes. That is including Trans Nzoia. Nakuru is highly contested. You are finished with Kenya. Where are they winning? They can't win this election, Wahiga. They are comforting and consoling them and preparing for opposition. That's why you see the anger. You see Ruto even chasing media from his meetings.
Wahiga,
no, go ahead.
This election is going to be won by those who will provide a recovery plan to sort out the economic crisis and the debt problem. And we provide that solution. You saw very well the Azimio manifesto ended up with a ban of Mitumba. I think that's what Kenyans know about it. So I can tell you, we will win this one. And Mbadi knows me when I talk and when I talk about facts. He listens. We will win this one. And I guarantee you, they will not raise more than 15% in Mount Kenya. And I guarantee you they will not raise more than 10% in the entire Rift Valley at an average. I guarantee you we will defeat them in Kisii Nyanza. I will guarantee you we will defeat them in Coast Province. I guarantee you we will go 50-50 in Eastern Province. Northeastern, we will win this one. So let's watch and see. Right. And it is about 22 million Kenyans going to vote. It is not about speculation, because what my colleague here, Mbadi, is doing is speculating. And he's raising ground, he's laying ground for challenging a loss. As usual, they will be looking for the handshake again, so that they continue being in power indirectly. But this time, those who provide the solution and recovery plan for the economy, the economic crisis, the high cost of living, will be whom the Kenyans will entrust for the next leadership, because it is about the economy. If we can't fix this economy, then we will be seeing the dollar. By December, we'll be seeing the dollar by December going to 200 shillings exchange. So it's just about that. It's about choosing to fix that economy and put ourselves in the recovery plan. It is about voters choosing for the employee to be able to get jobs. It is about people to get food at affordable prices.
Okay. Okay. I was to take final comments, so let's make it final. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me make my final comment. You see, he's struggling even to answer. If his figures could be correct, then they would win by 40%.
I don't want to speculate.
No, I'm just.
I don't want to speculate.
Let me just take my time. Kindly allow me to use my time.
Yeah.
But if what he's saying about all these regions, according to him, they have won all the regions except Nyanza, which is a lie. But even if they were to win all those, then it means they're winning by 40% above us. But anyway, let me get to what he has talked about. You see, it is one thing to say economy and another to come with concrete economic policies. You haven't read Azimio economic blueprint. You haven't read our manifesto. And I will tell you very quickly, it is economic revolution. It is anchored on manufacturing, which is the pivot, the fulcrum upon which our economy is going to rotate. We are going to do manufacturing or promote manufacturing sector and complement it with agriculture, livestock production, blue economy, ICT. We have realized that for us to get economic revolution, we must move away from the current system to a manufacturing nation. That is what they are not telling you. And I will tell you, Wahiga, these guys, when you talk about the dollar rising, one of the causes of dollar rising is importation, because there is a huge demand on dollar because we are importing too much. And when we say we don't want import clothes, we want to manufacture them here, then they start cheapening it to Mitumba. And that just tells you they don't understand the economic fundamentals. If you want to reduce pressure on dollar, my friend, then manufacture locally so that you import less. So please don't rely on this hawking economy of yours. Not all Kenyans can hawk. You must manufacture and create job opportunities. Otherwise, all Kenyans will be hawkers. We'll buy the wares that we are hawking. And that is what they are anchoring the economic blueprint. It cannot grow the economy, even at 3%.
Okay.
We are going to grow the Kenyan economy at over 10%, based on manufacturing sector.
That's
where
your
we are
promise?
going to, yes.
Okay.
So that is a clear economic blueprint.
Okay. Governor Nanok, let's wrap it up. Finally.
Yeah.
Please.
As I said, we will provide the roadmap to the economic recovery on the 30th when Kenya Kwanza releases its manifesto. It is detailed, and it will also indicate where we'll get the finances from and how we'll finance it. But very quickly, I have read and reread the Azimio manifesto. It is a very broad shopping list of everything. You cannot go promising in an election for 5 years that you will do literally everything. And even going to textiles, it is talking about creating investment in textile to create a value of 78 billion shillings in 1 year and 8.7 million jobs. If you were to divide up that 78 million shillings with 8.7 million jobs, it brings you to the value of one worker to 25 shillings a day, 750 shillings a day. I mean, that is worse than even casual work.
8 million jobs in textile industry.
Just take your calculation.
No, just a minute.
No,
8 million jobs.
Hold on.
8 million jobs in textile.
Let me finish.
That's a lie. You have not
It's in your manifesto.
It is not our manifesto.
It is in your manifesto.
Our manifesto is talking about 6 million jobs in the entire economy for the 5 years.
It's in your manifesto. Prove me right.
Okay.
Waiga, check that.
We don't even
25 shillings a day. It is worse than, it's a demeaning job.
8 million.
It's a demeaning thing.
In a population of...
It's never been thought out through.
But we are out of time. And so...
Call us back here.
Yes, I'll call you back here. We'll have both manifestos on the table.
Yeah.
And then we can compare them. Nanok, last word.
Let me tell you, Wahiga,
yes.
that has not been thought through. It's a very demeaning thing. Anyway, we will come with the manifestos here, and our experts are going to come and,
no, I'm the expert.
Discuss.
Let's come with you. You don't need any other expert.
And we close it there.
No, we will tell you.
You will come.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's come with your manifesto.
Let me tell you.
Manifesto.
We will
discuss the
Hold on. Once the manifesto is done, it will be explained. We are a much bigger team. We have assembled the largest think tank in this country.
I'm inviting.
Over 250 experts that are working on...
I'm inviting
we're going to wrap it up.
For a manifesto.
But anyway.
Between Nanok and John Mbadi. And I want him to show me where the 8 million on text...
We have hold on. We have 4 presidential candidates on the ballot. We have the Azimio presidential candidate, Raila Odinga. We have Kenya Kwanza candidate, William Ruto. These candidates are going to... one has released his manifesto, and William Ruto is going to be releasing his manifesto on 30th. And he will explain that detail of the manifesto. And many of us who've been working and supporting him, we will come and defend the manifesto.
Okay.
It may not necessarily be me because I don't work alone like him. I don't work alone.
Okay.
I work with teams.
Okay.
I coordinate teams.
Okay,
Wahiga, I think we are ready for this election.
Yes.
We are ready for this election. We are going to be supporting IBC to deliver a free and fair, transparent election. We ask our opponents, we ask those in the security sector, those in ICT sector, those in the national government, to play their rightful constitutional role.
Okay.
And let IBC deliver that election. We ask our opponents to play a fair game. To minimize violence.
Thank you.
So that Kenyans can be able to get a good election, and Kenyans can be able to realize a government that will come, priority number 1, solve the problem of economy from the bottom up.
Okay, and we'll end it there. Governor Josphat Nanok, thank you so much. The head of the William Ruto presidential campaign, and you know him as also governor of Turkana County, and John Mbadi, chair ODM. Now we are really waiting, governor, for that manifesto, and we will put them on the table and allow Kenyans to ask all the questions they need to ask to the experts on both sides. Remembering, of course, that there are other presidential candidates as well on the same matter, and we'll give them an equal opportunity on this station as well. Well, thank you for having joined us, and on behalf of the whole team that's made NewsNight possible today, thank you for tuning in. Thank you to both Governor and Honorable Mbadi for joining us as well. On behalf of the whole team that's made this broadcast possible, thank you, Kenyans, for tuning in. Our SMS line 2242, #NewsNight. Let's keep the discussions happening on those platforms. My sign language interpreter this evening has been Joki Shege. On behalf of everyone, have a good night. Thank you. We'll see you soon. My name is Wahiga Mwaura. Goodbye for now.